Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Dollars to Cents. Welcome back if you're a wealthy friend. If you're new, welcome to my new wealthy friends. I'm really excited that you're here with me today. I am cash stuffing, a lot of bit of dollar bills right there. So this is my second month in my restart for my financial stability and growth. So I am going to kick off the month of May with a cash stuff, which is cash stuffing my 1 month payroll. I have two jobs. One job I get paid once a month, and the other job I get paid every 2 weeks. So actually I'm cash stuffing my 1 month payroll and one of my 2 weeks payroll as well. So we got a lot of money to be stuffing today. So let's go ahead and count this cash. I should have $1,100, $1,100. I double checked it, so I should be good for today. 200. Hope everybody's having a good week. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 50. So that's 550. Whoops. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, oops, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Awesome. So again, I hope everybody's having a good week. Mother's Day weekend is coming up. I also, at my new job, I have our commencement coming up, like right around the corner. So I'm really excited. It's going to be my first time attending the commencement for our program of study. So I have a busy weekend, as well as going into next week. So I have a total again of 1,100, and that's what we're going to go ahead and stuff for today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my cash on hand binder. I do have some money left over, so I'm going to pretty much keep that in there. There's not going to be a lot to stuff in this because it is the first full week of May, but not the first full day of May. So I've already spent my money for groceries, which is normally $300. I spend pretty much for the month. I went to Costco's. Don't know how many of you guys use Costco's. I'm back at Costco's. Haven't used them for quite some time, but I'm going to see how this works out. So that and my miscellaneous, which is normally for household items, all of those have already been spent, so I will not put any money in those envelopes. For my eating out, I did not spend, I don't know how that happened. I didn't spend all my money, and I do know that we're going to be really busy at work. And a lot of my eating out is normally around work or what have you. So I'm going to just leave the $20 and just have it as a rollover. So I'm not adding anything into eating out. My personal, realized I have money left over. Again, it's just been a really busy last couple of weeks where I haven't really spent money. And I think that's a good thing, but even still, I will want to make sure I manage it correctly. So what I have left, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm at 17. So what I'm going to do is just add $5 to personal for the next 2 weeks per se, and see how far that takes me. And then lastly, for my hope folder, this is a folder for if there's any type of need for a person, emergency-wise, or I'm also trying to hold on to this money for our food pantry at my current institution. So at some point, I'm going to fully fund this and then either donate it or go grocery shopping, which we did last time, which I really had a great time. So I'm going to add $20 to this one. There we go. So that's 20, 30, 40. And then little by little, this will also grow. So that's it for my cash on hand binder. Obviously, I'm not going to have a lot of cash on hand because, again, I used most of my cash already for groceries. So that is done. So up next is going to be my short-term sinking fund. I know that there's going to be some changes on here because there are going to be some upcoming needs, especially for my car. Since if you're new to the channel, I recently moved from Florida to Texas this year, a couple of months ago, and getting your tags is a whole process. So I need to do some things to get my car to be able to pass all of this lovely inspection. So it's going to take a minute. So I'm going to stuff for this. Not for insurance, because I'm going to really be more aggressive for it, my car maintenance. So I'm going to actually put in for $300, because again, I got to put my car in the shop to take care of some things, and I want to go ahead and get that done. How many of you guys have a certain envelope that you're really aggressive about stuffing, meaning that you put extra money in that because it's something that's either coming up, like I'm dealing with a car, or that you just want to get it funded quickly? So let me know what envelopes you are really aggressive, meaning that every time you get a check that you put some money in, or an exorbitant amount, which is what I'm feeling right now, to put in $300. So I'm going to do 250s and 101. So for right now, where am I? There we go. And there we go. 200. Oops, that's 1, 2, 250. 40 and 60 plus 60. So I'm at 510. Knowing that makes me feel a little bit better about getting some work done in the car. Hopefully by next pay, or definitely by the end of this month, I'm going to need to put the car in the shop to take care of a few things. Then I got to go and do the process of getting my tags and my license. But Texas has a totally different concept. So I got to get that money ready for that. One thing that is thing that I'm processing through, for those of you guys who caught my first video and understand that I was cash stuffing like 2 years ago and doing really, really well. But because of a lot of stuff that was going on, I struggled, right? I had a lot of stuff going on. So I want to spend some time for this month. The month of May is Money Mindset Month. So when I was thinking about and trying to get my money together, I was really reflecting on how things kind of changed for me. Like at the end of fall of 23, I realized I was dealing with a lot of money decisions for myself, for this move here to Texas, for family needs. There was a lot of big decisions that's what's going on. In all honesty, I just really became overwhelmed. So I kind of take more time in looking at what I'm doing, and I'm more intentional. So that's why, for one, I'm only going to focus on what I need to focus on. The car maintenance is important for me. Car note won't get anything but the credit card, because I want to make sure I get on top of that. I'm going to put an extra 100 in for the credit card. So now I have 200 saved for a credit card. The goal is to be able to pay my credit card off sooner than later. So that's done for my short-term sinking funds. And then up next is for my long-term sinking funds. So like I said, I was really overwhelmed 2023 in the fall. I think my last video I posted was probably like January or February of 2024, right around my birthday. And then after that, things just fell off, because it just took so much for me to realize that I had to recover the money I sent or spent for a family member. And it just took a lot for me to kind of deal with all of it. And I think that there's this thing that people call financial fatigue. I don't know if anybody else has experienced it. If you have, put it in the comments. Let me know. I was just tired of making all of these financial decisions, but I made sure that I kept certain things going. So like using this system for me definitely worked. So I was still able to make some good decisions during that time I was fatigued. So I kept up with some of these folders, not all, some of the envelopes, but not all of them. So for my long-term sinking fund, I'm going to go ahead and stuff pretty much the same for everyone. I'm going to put $35 here for a vacation. And I already have money in it, but because I don't want to make this too long of a video, I'm going to add this up later. 20, so I'm going to put 35 in for pretty much all of them. So I'm adding 35 in for vacation. Also 35 in for my birthdays. Now I have this split between my birthday and actually saving money for other people's birthday gifts. So I'm going to put $35 for both sides. And like I said, I'll add this up later. I just don't want to take up a lot of time in doing all of that right now. So I still have other things to do today. So $35 for my birthday. And that's the one on top. Whoops. And then I'm going to do another $35 for other people's birthday gifts. There we go, 30 and the 5. All right, so that's taken care of. And then Bella, I know Bella's going to be a priority after a while because she's going to need to get some dental work done. So for right now, I'm adding 50 into her folder. I'm looking around for the different type of vets that are here to see which one we're going to land with for her. Emergency. One thing I've learned, I want to make sure I fully fund this emergency because the emergency doesn't have to just be for me. It can be for anybody, or in this case, like for family again. So I want to make sure as soon as I take care of the car, I'm going to start beefing up my emergency fund. So that's 35. I'm not going to put anything for the holidays for right now. I'll take care of that later. And then for the big move, even though I've already moved, this is for furniture that where I am currently. Again, that's going to get 35. And I'll deal with this later. It's not like a big emergency. It's more so the car and Bella. And then after those two things are done, then I could think a little bit clearer. All right, so that's done. So again, this kind of helped me during that time that I was not posting for one, and I wasn't saving for all of this. When I was dealing with, I guess, that mental fatigue or financial mental fatigue or what have you, I definitely focused on the key things that kept me going. And one of the biggest things that kept me going was definitely moving here to Texas. So I definitely continue to save for that, even if I didn't save for everything or everybody else. So now I'm using in a new process or a new goal, because this new goal for me is new home ownership here in Texas. And I feel that when I had that vision or that visional goal of moving to Texas, that was an anchor for me to allow me to save towards something that I know I could obtain and that I was motivated for. So this is the same thing I'm doing now for the home. I'm using this as my new emotional anchor to keep me accountable and keep moving forward with saving. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of the money and put that here for the new home for the different areas. Okay, so I'm going to stuff for both down payment and closing costs. The way this binder is set up, I have to kind of still keep track separately for everything until I meet the goal. So I'm using these index cards right now. It's really bootleg, so I did start documenting for this for the last couple of times I stuffed. So for down payment, I'm going to add $250. And that's going to be added for my down payment. And then for closing costs, I'm going to put in $50. Okay, so all of this is going to go in together. So this is the $250 for the down payment. Okay. I'm going to figure out what's the best way to kind of keep this organized and or separated. But for right now, this is what we're going to use. And then I'm going to put in another $50 for closing costs. All right, and this all goes back in here, and I'm tracking it on the index cards. Oops. The next area that I'm going to go ahead and save for is for moving. I want to make sure I have more than enough money to move. If you had checked my other videos, moving here to Texas was the biggest headache I've ever had in my whole life. And I don't want to have that headache again. So I'm going to go ahead and add $50 for moving. Now this goal here is a 3 to 4 year plan. So it's not like it's going to happen right away. I just moved to Texas, but I just want to make sure I'm on track on top of everything to save a little bit every time. So it will be a whole lot easier to reach my goals. So I'm only putting 50 in there for moving. And then for this one, for inspection and for maintenance, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest. Let's see what I have. Because it should be 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Correct. So I had the rest is $100. I'm going to split that up and put $50 for each, $50 for inspection and $50 for maintenance. Oops. Okay, so I'm not too sure what happened, but for whatever reason, my camera decided to just stop working and it shut down. So I'm just letting you guys know I put the remaining money, the other $200, which is, no, the other $100, which was $50 for inspection and $50 for maintenance, went into this envelope. So then this is done for the day. So this is it. All my binders are stuffed for the beginning of the month of May. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging in and hanging through for this. Like I said, it's going to be a restart for me. This is my second month coming back to cash stuffing and posting my videos. So I definitely would love to see if you are interested. Definitely go ahead and subscribe, comment, like, and hit the notification bell for any upcoming videos that will be coming up really soon. And share. Share if any of you guys have actually hit that financial money budget fatigue like I did, where you just couldn't see your way through, you were struggling, and you didn't stuff as much as you want or stuff at all. And then share to let me know, what are you guys using as your motivation to keep going? Because we all go through tough times, and I want to hear from you. These are my emotional anchors. Is the new home is my biggest emotional anchor, my biggest motivation to keep me going. But I want to hear from you too. So again, share and comments, and then definitely like this video, subscribe, so I can see you in the next video. Have a good week, you guys, and Mother's Day is coming up soon. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms and the moms alike. Bye.